Thursday, October 9th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. I'm meteorologist Matthew East here along with you. Let's start off with a look at a couple of web cameras across the state of North Carolina. On the left, the Avalon Pier web camera from Kill Devil Hills along the North Carolina Outer Banks. And on the right, the Beach Mountain Parkway cam, courtesy of resortcams.com. Pretty quiet morning all across the region. In the upper 60s there in the Outer Banks, 52. In the mountains there at Beach Mountain. We do have a decent number of spots in the mountains and out through even a couple of spots in the Piedmont down into the 40s early this morning. Look at that great shot from yesterday. That is near Linville, and that is a photo by Skip Sickler that was forwarded along to us by our friends at Grandfather Mountain. What a beautiful image there, and more of those nice fall foliage scenes becoming evident across the region, more of that color spreading through elevations, especially above about 4,000 feet. So there are some areas, a pretty good color to enjoy this week if you want to head up that way, and the color will continue to become more prolific now as we go through the next week to 10 days or so up in the North Carolina mountains. Now, we had a pretty warm day yesterday once you got outside of the northwest North Carolina mountains, even Asheville up to 81, 86 in Charlotte, 89 in Columbia, 87 in Fayetteville, 83 in Greensboro and Raleigh yesterday afternoon. These are temperatures at 5:30 this morning as I'm cutting this video. You have some 50s that are pretty prevalent, even along the coast. It's 70 in Myrtle Beach, 66 in Wilmington, 56 there in Raleigh, Greensboro, 57 in Charlotte. Those are 5:30 a.m. temperatures this morning. Now, our previous cold front off to the south, that falls apart today. Our next one not quite yet ready to play a role in our weather, so it's going to be a pretty quiet weather setup for us. The radar imagery is very quiet across the region early this morning, but you go back off to the northwest over Missouri, parts of Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa, some showers and thunderstorms over that way. That's with that next front that is gradually heading in our direction. So again, today is going to be a very quiet day, pretty warm day. Temperature's not quite as warm as yesterday though, but very pleasant Thursday weather. Highs in the upper 70s and lower 80s in many Piedmont of North Carolina spots. Now tomorrow, by late in the day, the chance of a few showers begins to creep in, especially the further north and west you go in North Carolina, say especially roughly I-40 and points north and west from there. As that front begins to near, a pretty warm Friday forecast on the way with those highs topping 80 in many spots. And then as we get on into Saturday, the front actually begins to move through the region, so we'll have the opportunity of some showers as Saturday unfolds. Not an all-day rain by any means, but there will be the chance of some showers out there. Your Saturday highs still topping out pretty nicely there in the upper 70s to low to mid 80s across the region. Now, as you get into Sunday, it looks like one of our cold air damming events will unfold. High pressure building down the eastern side of the mountains. That's going to give us a lot of clouds, some cooler temperatures, and probably at least a little bit of light rain at times as we go through Sunday. It could be a situation where a lot of the foothill and Piedmont spots struggle to hit 70 on Sunday afternoon. And then we gear up for our next big storm system Tuesday into Wednesday. This looks like a pretty potent storm system that'll roll our way. Might need to keep an eye on the severe weather potential with that one, anywhere from late Tuesday into Tuesday night and Wednesday morning. Looks like a lot of dynamics in play with that system. We'll see if we get any instability in place, but it looks like a pretty dynamic system at that point in time. Tropics, still pretty quiet. No sign of any imminent development out there. There is a little tropical wave northeast of the northeastern Caribbean islands, but to this point it has not shown any significant signs of organization. All right, that is it for today's edition of the video. Everybody have a wonderful day, and God bless.